Hello, do you have a fear of overtaking vehicles at high speed? Do you find that when you start to overtake something, you often get sweaty palms, your heart starts thumping and pounding, and you have to abort the overtake, which annoys everyone behind you, and you end up making yourself feel even worse? Well, if that's you, keep watching this video because I'm going to explain not only why that is, but how you can fix it. I'm going to give you a very short and simple method you can play along with, and I want to hear from you in the comments of what came up for you. And if you all share your thoughts and what's happened for you when you do this, you can all help each other out to overcome this fear. So just in case you don't know who I am, my name's Paul and I've been a driving instructor in England for over 20 years. I've helped over 1,000 people learn to drive, and I've also been an online hypnotherapist specialising in driving anxiety for over 7 years. So I know my stuff. So first of all, what's all this about? I have made over 400 videos on the fear of driving, so I won't go into this too deeply. If you want to know the full story, go and check out my hundreds of videos and playlists and all sorts of things I've got on my channel and my website, firstdrive.com. But the reason you've got this problem is it's nothing to do with driving. As I often say, if you're doing things like exposure therapy, driving lessons, CBT, it's a waste of time, it's rubbish, you won't do anything because they focus on the driving and statistics and do this and do that and go out driving with an instructor. It's nothing to do with that. The reason you've got the problem is that when you go to overtake something, you're triggering off an old memory, an old thought, an old feeling from your past. Now, if this is the first time you've heard this, it might all sound a bit weird and you think, what's all this about? Just trust me on this one, okay? Go and watch my other videos for a deeper explanation. But simply, you are triggering off something from your past. So the overtaking is what we call the trigger. You've probably heard of triggers is what sets a problem off, what fires it off. And what we're looking for in this method I'm going to give you now is what we call the anchor. So an anchor is the thing that's keeping you stuck. And a great way of thinking of this and remembering it is like a ship being anchored to a dockside. Imagine if you get in a ship and you're being told to just go, force yourself through, full power blast. The ship's not going to go anywhere because the anchor's still attached. So the firing of the engines and going full throttle and wanting to fly away from the dock, that's exposure therapy and CBT and driving lessons. It won't work because you're still anchored to the ground, anchored to the sea, not the ground. You'd be in big trouble if your ship was anchored to the ground. So what we do is we remove the anchor. So I'm going to give this little method now, and I'm keeping this video fairly brief, but there are other videos of mine which use hypnosis and other methods. If you want to do those, go and check them out. I've got a free course and 2 paid courses, so whatever your budget needs, there's something to suit you. But let's get into this method now. What I want you to do is make sure, first of all, that you don't have schizophrenia or bipolar or any other serious mental health thing. If you're not sure, I don't like saying disorder because they're called disorders, but we don't call them disorders because, long story, not going to get into all that. If you've got anything like that you're not sure of, asthma, if you've got epilepsy, you will probably be okay, but I'd recommend don't do this because there is a small chance you could trigger off an attack. So if you're not sure, don't do this and just watch my other videos. But if you're sure this will be okay and you've got nothing that would stop you from doing this, what I want you to do is just get yourself somewhere you can just sit down or lie down. You don't have to lie down, you don't have to be in this classic therapy position, it doesn't matter. Just be comfortable, just sit like this. Helps if you don't have your legs and arms crossed. It's more calming if you don't do that. But if you feel better with them crossed, do it. Do whatever works best for you. And I want you now to just close your eyes. And I want you to focus on your problem. I want you to think about this overtaking problem you've got. And I want you to really get into that situation. I want you to imagine what you're seeing around you. And if your eyes are closed, just imagine what you're seeing happening around you as you drive. If you can't see things, imagine what you're hearing. Think about sounds coming from the engine, from the road, from your car. If you can't hear things, think about feeling things. Just run through all of your senses. Can you feel the wheel under your hands? Can you feel the seat beneath you? Do you feel the car shaking and bouncing around? Can you smell an air freshener in the car perhaps? Can you taste something on your tongue? Maybe you've got some sweets, some candy on your tongue as you're driving. Use all 5 of your senses, and even more if possible, and just bring up this feeling you get. And many of you now will be finding you're starting to experience that feeling you get when you drive. And isn't that weird when you're experiencing it when you're not driving? This proves what I was saying just about how it's nothing to do with driving, because we can trigger it off without even having to drive. I want you to just keep focusing on that feeling. See if you can maybe turn it up. Imagine a control dial from 0 to 10. What number would it be on now if 10 is the worst problem ever and 0 is no problem? Whatever it is, I want to see if you can adjust it. See if you can turn it up or down 1. It might sound a bit funny, but see if you can actually make the feeling worse, because by making it worse, you can then make it better. Just imagine that feeling, imagine the overtaking, that sound, the vision, the feeling, the smell, the taste. Imagine all those things, and you've probably now got this feeling up. Now what I want you to do is just think of where that feeling is in your body. Where is it? Can you locate it? Where does it live? And what is it? Can you maybe get an idea of what it actually is? Can you see it? Can you speak to it? And I want you to take a moment just to experience that. And in your own time, whenever you're ready, you can then open your eyes, but take all the time you need if you're enjoying or not enjoying that sensation. Now what we've done there is just a short and simple preview of what I would do with someone in a session. And that is one of many, many techniques you can use to help overcome a fear of driving. Now please let me know what happened in the comments. If nothing happened, fine, tell me. If you had some experience, some feeling, some sensation, tell me. There are different things that work for different people. So there isn't just one method that always works for everyone. But most people, probably at least 9 out of 10 people who have a fear of overtaking or another problem. I should have said this earlier, but if you've got any other problem, just do that anyway. If you've got a fear of speed without overtaking, or a fear of night time, fear of driving downhill, fear of having nowhere to pull over, anything, fear of driving to new places. Yeah, these are all things I often work with. If you've got any of those feelings, then this will also work in the same way. And if you notice anything about your feeling, what I want you to do now is close your eyes if you open them again and focus on that feeling. Really focus on it. Can you find it? Is it the same as before, or is it different in any way? And what's the number on that dial, or the lever, or lever, or whatever you want to call it? Is it different? Is it worse? Is it better? Let me know. And I want you now to just reset yourself. So if it helps, you can just click your finger. You can just imagine a bell ringing, ding, 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 or clap your hands. Anything like that just helps you kind of take yourself out of that situation that you were in. So that is just a short preview of how you fixed it. Now many people will be watching this thinking, what was all that about? What it's about is I understand what the problem really is. And it's not driving, okay? It's nothing to do with driving. What you experienced there was the problem showing itself, and if it didn't, fine, go and do one of my other videos. There are many different methods. But please do tell me what came up for you. What did you feel? What did you experience? And even from just doing that, you may well find that your fear of overtaking is starting to change. You may not have fully gone, but it may have loosened a little. You may have had thoughts and memories come up. You might have even had an event pop into your mind thinking, oh, I remember where that came from. That's reminded me of this. This is just a very basic preview of what I do with people in my courses. And again, I understand not everyone can or wants to pay for a course. That's fine. I've got a free course with, as I've already said, over 400 videos. There are, I think, 9 hypnosis tracks and about 9 or 10 non-hypnotic ones. Plus there are hundreds that explain, hundreds, not hundreds, hundreds that explain how you get the fear, how you fix it. And many people, over 100,000 people, have watched just one of my videos, and thousands of people around the world have fixed the fear of driving just from my videos. So, hope you've enjoyed that. Let me know what happened. Check out my free courses and website in the link below. And if you do want to work with me one-to-one aligned from anywhere in the world, you can contact me through my website, firstdrive.com. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.